Let's get you more on the youth unemployment now and take a look at the role of the NYDA. Asanda Luwaca is the National Youth Development Agency Executive Chairperson. Thank you very much for availing yourself this afternoon. So according to the Statistician General, this is nothing new. We've seen a steady rise in unemployment in the country over the years, even before COVID. Speaking of the 15 to 24 age cohort, if I'm not mistaken, 3.5 million out of 10 million of them being unemployed. What then is the relevance of agencies like yours?
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Dudu, for having me on your show this afternoon. And really, I think what these stats reveal is, one, a really grim picture for South Africa in general, but, young people in particular. I mean, we know that the stats that were revealed by the Stats General indicate that, just over 10 million young people between that 15 to 24 cohort are not in employment, education or training. But equally, what was reflected in that particular report is this idea that in as much as, the unemployment figures are on the rise, right? But if you look at how these figures affect, graduates versus, young people that don't have qualifications, that, graduates were found to have been less affected by, one, the COVID-19 pandemic, because, the various sectors that they're in, they were not necessarily negatively affected as a result of the pandemic. However, institutions like the NYDA then become critical insofar as ensuring that, one, we're able to be that mouthpiece for young people insofar as having a coordinated approach to youth development, but two, also serving as a lobby group, if I can call it that, for young people that is able to leverage on our strategic position, so that, we're able to foster, the strategic partnerships, be it in private or public sector, so that we're able to see just a shift in the current picture.
And the question, I guess, is in the how. You speak of being a mouthpiece for young people. Some young people would very well argue that, your voice is absent in important matters like unemployment, for instance, for many of them who are quite desperate, if you will. So how is the agency plugging the gap?
Yeah. So we've got various products and services that we make available to young people because, one, understanding that youth unemployment is a challenge that needs, the urgent intervention. So we can't operate as a business as usual type of a setup. But also what we then have to offer is that, one, when we look at, young people that would want to find employment, we've got, our various online platforms, one of which being your sayouth.mobi, pardon me. And it's a data-free platform. It's a zero-rated platform, meaning you don't need to have data to access that platform. And what that platform affords young people is an opportunity, is linking, prospective employers with, the young people that are in need of employment. But that's on the one part. But two is that when we also speak about, the various products, we must also understand that not every young person would want to be employed. We've got young people that have a particular interest in businesses and starting particular businesses. So we offer a range of financial as well as non-financial support to young people that are looking to venturing into business, because also what we understand is just, the critical role that SMMEs can play insofar as, being job creators, one. So what we do offer is that we create linkages, market linkages, as well as assisting those small startups to be able to one, be sustainable insofar as their businesses are concerned, but two, get to a point where they then become the creators of employment. I think it's through such initiatives that we will, drastically see a decline in the current really high rise of unemployment, particularly amongst young people.
It sounds like very solid plans. I guess maybe just a parting question for you in terms of measuring that, or maybe just giving us, you know, a report of just how many young people have been assisted, like you rightfully mentioned, not those who don't want to work but want to go into whatever line of business.
So it's a difficult one to answer insofar as, so within the particular space of providing, so we provide financial as well as non-financial support to young people. So we've got different packages and products. For instance, if a young person would want a voucher, or you have a young person that already has a business in place, however they'd want to expand on their business plan. So we offer that training, you know, business management training for those particular individuals. Equally so, if, for instance, you've got a young person that may need the necessary financial support, but they already have something started, but they would just need the agency to assist them in building on from what they've started. So we offer, you know, your grant funding for such enterprises. But equally so, there's, you know, also because we work with various departments, for instance, the Department of Small Business Development, we collaborate with them. So where a young person would need particular financial assistance, and that is above what is within our immediate avenue, or what we can do, we would direct them to our stakeholders like your small business, and it's through those entities like your CFA, NYDA, where they'd be able to get that necessary support. But I think what's important is just to really try and coordinate all those initiatives so that where we are sitting, we're able to report back on something tangible to say, okay, during this particular time, during this tenure, we're able to assist X amount of students, young people's non-financial support in these areas. We're able to offer Y amount of entrepreneurs with financial support. This is the amounts that we have offered, and so on and so forth. But that process is an ongoing process.
Fair enough. Thank you very much, Ms. Asanda Luwaca, National Youth Development Agency Executive Chairperson.